The land assigned to the families of the tribe of Judah reached southward to the border of Edom, with the wilderness of Zin being its southernmost point. The southern boundary began at the south bay of the Dead Sea, ran south of the Scorpion Pass into the wilderness of Zin, and went south of Kadesh Barnea to Herzon. Then it went up to Adar, where it turned toward Karka. From there it passed to Asmon until it finally reached the brook of Egypt, which it followed to the Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern boundary. The eastern boundary extended along the Dead Sea to the mouth of the Jordan River. The northern boundary began at the bay where the Jordan River empties into the Dead Sea, crossed to Beth Hogla, then proceeded north of Beth Araba to the stone of Bohan. From that point it went through the valley of Achor to Debir, turning north toward Gilgal, which is across from the slopes of Adamim, on the south side of the valley. From there the border extended to the springs of En Shemesh and on to the En Rogel. The boundary then passed through the valley of the son of Hinnom, along the southern slopes of the Jebusites, where the city of Jerusalem is located. Then it went west to the top of the mountain above the valley of Hinnom, and on up to the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there the border extended from the top of the mountain to the spring at the waters of Nephtoah, and from there to the towns of Mount Ephron. Then it turned toward Bala. The border circled west of Bala to Mount Sur, passed along the town of Kesalon, on the northern slope of the Jeram, and went down to Beth Shemesh and on to Tanah. The boundary line then proceeded to the slope of the hill north of Ekron, where it turned toward Shukern and Mount Bala. It passed Jabneel and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. The western boundary was the shoreline of the Mediterranean Sea. The Lord instructed Joshua to assign some of Judah's territory to Caleb son of Jephunneh. So Caleb was given the city of Arab, which had been named after Anak's ancestor. Caleb drove out the 3 Anakites, Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, descendants of Anak. Then he fought against the people living in the town of Debir. Caleb said, "I will give my daughter Aksa in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer." Othniel, the son of Caleb's brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it. So Aksa became Othniel's wife. When Aksa married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for an additional field as she got down off her donkey. Caleb asked her, "What is it? What can I do for you?" She said, "Give me a further blessing. You have been kind enough to give me land in the Negev. Please give me springs as well." So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. This was the inheritance given to the families of the tribe of Judah. The towns of Judah situated along the borders of Edom in the extreme south are Kabzeel, Eder, Jugur, Kina, Dimna, Adada, Kedesh, Hazar, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Bealoth, Hazer Adata, Kiriath Hezron, Amam, Shema, Molada, Hazagada, Heshmon, Beth Pelet, Hazashuel, Beersheba, Biziotha, Bala, Im, Ezem, Eltolad, Kisel, Horma, Ziklag, Madana, Sansana, Leboath, Shilim, Ain, and Rimmon. In all, there were 29 of these towns with their surrounding villages. The following towns situated in the western foothills were also given to Judah: Eshtoal, Zorah, Ashna, Zanoah, En-Ganim, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soko, Azekah, Sharaim, Adathaim, Gedera, and Gederothium. In all, there were 14 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were Zenan, Hadasha, Migdal-Gad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Boskath, Eglon, Kabon, Lamam, Kitlish, Gederoth, Beth-Dagon, Naamah, and Makada. 16 towns with their surrounding villages. Besides these surrounding villages, there were Libnah, Ethna, Ashna, Iftah, Ashna, Nizib, Kilia, Aksib, and Maresha. 9 towns with their surrounding villages. The territory of the tribe of Judah also included all the towns and villages of Ekron. From Ekron, the boundary extended west and included the towns near Ashdod with their surrounding villages. It also included Ashdod with its towns and villages, and Gaza with its towns and villages too, as far as the brook of Egypt and along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Judah also received the following towns in the hill country: Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Dana, Kiriath Sana, Anab, Eshtema, Anim, Goshan, Holon, and Gilah. 11 towns with their surrounding villages. Also included were the towns of Arab, Duma, Eshna, Janim, Beth Tupa, Apeka, Humta, and Kiriath Arba, and Zor. 9 towns with those surrounding villages. Besides these, there were Moan, Carmel, Ziph, Jata, Jezreel, Jokdim, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah. 10 towns with their surrounding villages. In addition, there were Halhul, Beth Zor, Gedor, Marath, Beth Anoth, and Al-Tekon. 6 towns with their surrounding villages. There were also Kiriath Baal and Rabbah, 2 towns with their surrounding villages. In the wilderness, there were the towns of Beth Arba, Middin, Sekaka, Nibshan, the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 towns with their surrounding villages. But the tribe of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites, who lived in the city of Jerusalem, so the Jebusites live there among the people of Judah to this day. The allotment to the descendants of Joseph extended from the Jordan River near Jericho, east of the waters of Jericho, through the wilderness and into the country of Bethel. From Bethel it ran over to Atoroth in the territory of Archites. Then it descended westward to the territory of the Japhletites, as far as lower Beth Horon, then to Gezer, and on over to the Mediterranean Sea. The families of Joseph's sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, received their inheritance. The following territory was given to the families, to the tribe of Ephraim as their inheritance. The eastern boundary of their inheritance began at Atoroth Adar. From there it ran to upper Beth Horon, then on to the Mediterranean Sea. The northern boundary began at the Mediterranean, ran east past Mikmetheth, then curved eastward past Tanath Shiloh, to the east of Genoa. From Genoa it turned southward to Ataroth and Nara, touched Jericho, and ended at the Jordan River. From Tapua the border extended westward, following the Kana ravine, to the Mediterranean Sea. This is the inheritance given to the families of the tribe of Ephraim. Ephraim was also given some towns with surrounding villages in the territory of the half-tribe of Manasseh. They did not drive the Canaanites out of Gezer, however, so the people of Gezer live as slaves among the people of Ephraim to this day.